Yeah, and here we are again. I just thought, well, as you can see, it's almost springtime. It's the same spot I actually made one of the last videos with the pocket warmer. Now it's no use for that anymore. It's getting warm in springtime. Anyway, so that's a good opportunity to show you something about how to get prepared for a hike or an longer outdoor trip. Yeah, after all the winter lazy time. Yeah. So as you can see, I just want to get a bit into rucksack weight and how to get fit for a trip, and what to take care about, yeah, especially to avoid getting problems with your knees, yeah, the joints. I skipped the part with the blisters. There's plenty information about that one everywhere around, but as you can see, this is my rucksack, yeah, and believe it or not, it's 20 kilo. I put it on the scale, I'll show you later on. So what can you do to get fit? Well, there's some simple exercise you can actually perform in advance. Yeah, you can do that at home in a comfortable environment without getting caught up in the wild. So let's start with the easy bit. Start with the lower weight, yeah, and build up gradually, and walking around just in an 8, like 8 light fashion at home, like that. And you don't need a lot of space to do that. It's about making mileage. Do short steps. If you feel exhausted, make a break, have something to drink, have a snack, and yeah, build the weight of your pack up until your traveling weight basically, and it's 20 kilo in my case. You see, it's about a 45-50 liter rucksack, yeah, and got everything in it. And this is a classic one. It's basically almost everything there is made from wool. Yeah, the one I covered in all my other videos, and including the woolly hammock actually. Yeah. So what else you can do? Let's show you an interesting thing to build up your knee strength. Yeah, especially the upper leg and the knee joints. They're actually quite prone to get or cause any issues, because they're getting overused. Yeah, because you got all the weight, you're not used to carry this weight every day, so the joints actually need to be, the muscles in the joints needs to be build up as well. Yeah, so an easy thing is, well, you can do the stretching technique, yeah, in like that. Do that as long as you can cope, and then change over, yeah, stretch the knees. That's just to warm up basically. But something else I actually did, take my stick, yeah, like that, in chest height, yeah, to hold it there, to keep my back straight, and just do sort of pull-ups with your knee, yeah? Show you that. So this is with the full weight on it, yeah? Try to keep your back straight. and do that like that. Yeah, so I got the stick, basically using it as a pole dance. This is a hiker's pole dance. Yeah, look at that. So once you get used to that, there's nothing better than having a break. Let's see. Yeah, on a bench, having a break. Whew. So as I say, don't overdo it. Do it as you can cope with it. And just a quick tip, if some of your youngsters, yeah, I am actually 62 years old now, so it still doesn't prevent me from doing stupid things like this. Yeah. Ooh. See, it's not as difficult to get used to the weight and to do some sort of exercise before you're actually hitting the trail or the woods, yeah? Because nothing is worse than you get stuck somewhere, nowhere, and having problems with your knees, which actually happened to me a few years ago. I didn't thought about all this and had to do some mileage, and actually I had serious problems in my right knee, and I had to stop. I had to find someone. Well, I just managed to get to a more populated road, yeah, where some cars actually occasionally came by. Just stopped the car and asked the girl if she could give me a lift to the next bus station or train station, and then I had to get home. And I actually had trouble with my knees for another 2 weeks at least, yeah, and it was really painful. So that's why it is a good reason to get prepared and actually to build up your muscles and get used to the weight and the movements, yeah. So last year I made a little bit of video on how to do exercise with a rucksack at home, yeah, doing the hoovering and cooking and stuff, you know, walking around at home, and which helps a lot, yeah, especially when the weather is not very pleasant. But at home you can stop and have a tea and a break and just do it over the time, over the daytime. Just 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 10 minutes there. Just put your pack on, walking around, getting used to the weight. So that actually helps to build your chest muscle up, shoulder muscle and the back muscle, yeah, especially the lower lumbar area, yeah. So as you can see, with this rucksack I don't even have a hip belt, yeah. I don't need that, because all the weight is supported by the chest and the back, yeah. And yeah, so the next part is the knee, and yeah, just do your personal physiotherapy, and that's all it needs basically. And you know how to support your weight and get used to it. And now I find a tree because I wanted to show you about the weight of my pack, yeah, and how to estimate that. Actually, you can actually calculate how much weight you're supposed to carry and not going above a certain limit. Yeah, and so it gives you an indication on where your personal limits are getting you into trouble and where you can avoid. So it means, yeah, keep the weight low. I mean, with my classic kit, it's not easy, but I'm still in the 20% area. And I wanted to explain you a little bit about how to calculate that for your trip. Yeah? Having a bit an unconventional way to measure my weight. Well, it's the old hunting, fishing scale, yeah. Just You see that? It's a scale, and then this is a 30 kilo scale, yeah? So this is a hefty thing, but just for now, hang that up here on a tree and hope it's not falling down. And should do the job. Like that, yeah. As you can see, still got my rucksack on the one, and yeah. So I'm using that one for finding out how much I got on the total weight. Yeah, it's just hanging on there, and you can see. Right. So pre-hanging pack. Yeah. And it's saying 19 kilo. Yeah, hope it's sharp. So, as you can see, this is my total pack. I'm not fully up. There are 2 liters of water missing. That means 2 kilos. Yeah. So while I'm now with my full kit, well, sort of full kit, with 1 liter water and food and all the consumable stuff like fuel, yeah, for the stove and stuff. It's with my body weight, I'm about just below 100 kilo, yeah, 96, yeah, because I'm got a bit the winter belly on, yeah, and didn't do much exercise. So that's the reason why I'm actually trying to get into it, and it's very recommended for all of you to do the same in one or the other way, yeah. So that means it gives me an estimation on how much weight I got and how I compare that to my body weight and abilities to cope with it over a longer period of time. Yeah? There is a calculation on how to reach that, yeah, to get an idea of what you can carry in the woods and without getting too much exhausted or overloaded, especially not getting overloaded. An easy calculation is for a trained person, yeah, your body weight divided by 5. Yeah, so just as a rule, 100 kilo divided by 5 is 20 kilo pack weight. Yeah, so for a really good trained person, yeah, like one who does really lots of exercising, got lots of muscle packs, yeah, you can use the formula from body weight divided by 4. Yeah, so that means it's 40 kilo. Sorry, it's 25 kilo, yeah, which is getting this is the maximum you should reach, yeah. I mean, the military, they go up to 35 kilo, yeah, but that's madness, yeah, and only for a short period of time with all the heavy whatever they carry around, yeah, all the useless weight which they blow up in the end. Anyway, but for the basic kit, yeah, with your traveling pack, try to keep your weight below 20 kilo. Yeah, 15 kilo, 10 kilo is basically the optimum, but for a 2 weeks, 3 weeks trip, yeah, usually the sort of trips I do, yeah, with being independently in the woods, 3 weeks, yeah, need a lot more water and supply for all sort of weather conditions, food, yeah, and so 20 kilo is sort of a good mix. Consider my age, yeah, consider your age, yeah, and body weight and body constitution on how, yeah. So that's the reason why it's so important to do some exercise beforehand, before you're hitting the woods or the trail, yeah. Another way how to calculate actually the exact measurements is to take your body weight, multiply by the pack weight, let's say 100 kilo divided by 20 kilo pack, yeah, to get the percentage of it. I mean, this is percentage calculation, yeah, body weight multiplied by the weight divided by 100, and then you got the percentage, yeah. So that goes sometimes when you've got a body weight from let's say 93 kilo, yeah, you got a pack of 20 kilo, you end up with a percentage of 18.6 somehow around this area, yeah. And so it gives you a good indication where to end up with your comfortable packing weight, yeah. So try to keep it short, yeah. Now cutting that, and yeah, as you can see, I'm preparing myself for a trip as well. Yeah, as you can see, going uphill actually takes more effort, so that's why it's important to build up your knee muscles to prevent injuries on your knees. And yeah, that's what it is like.